Hickory Dickory Dock. Yo, Hitter, you there, man? Hitter the spitter. Big games was played. We're going to stay away from divisional round right now. We're going to talk about what's going on in these wild cards. I can't hear it. Can you hear it live? Yo, yo, yo.
You.
Yo, yo, yo.
You.
We in the building big business. Building big business. We in the building big business. So we back, R.T.S, Real Talk the show. Our little Madden podcast show where we go through our Game of Thrones league. Best league around, hands down. Don't ask nobody, find out yourself. This is AntHits, the franchise guru. On deck, we missing Real Talk Boom. Real Talk is back. Tupac is back. We missing Booney, but we always good when we got the hitter on deck. What's up, Spitter? How you?
What it do? What it do?
You already know, man. You already know, man. Episode 3 of the Hitter's Alley. First of all, congratulations on the show, man. I think the show is very, very, very good. I think it's your personality. I think it's what we need. And I love the fact that you decided to make it about the league. And showcase, guys that's playing in the league, and you're not biased, and just getting the guys that win and all that. You're all over the place with it, man. And 2 good episodes to start the show. For the premiere, I thought the premiere was hot with the Monster Offense and Hero Burgers. And then 2, man, you got to the Demon Time guys, man. Not only did you get to the Demon Time guys, they all were playing at a high level. What was it? Four members that made it to the playoff this season.
Yeah. Bengals, Packers, Cowboys,
5
Steelers.
That's damn near the whole crew. Whole crew got in.
And the Bills. The Bills
Yeah, the Bills got in too. Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out to D West getting in.
That was actually the whole episode 2 right there.
Whole episode 2 was in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Wildcard riggedy. So Demon Time showing their strength amongst the league right now, man. And they all playing at a high level at the end of the day, man.
I'm asking, did the Bills make it? And I'm sitting here looking at the film.
Looking at the footage right now, getting ready for
right
episode
there,
3 and shit, huh? Man. Shit. We talked about it. Me and Boone had a real talk a couple of days ago. I think it was yesterday before yesterday, whatever it was. We had an episode we talked about. But I'll get your opinion on how you felt about the Seahawks going in the desert and pulling off a dub.
I mean, it shows how diverse this league is. Any given advance. You know what I'm saying? We say that all the time, but nobody actually believes it. You got to pick up the sticks and play and hope that the Madden gods are on your side.
Pretty much. Comes down to it, man. It comes down to, you know what I mean? Every given Sunday, any given Sunday, anything can happen. Simple as that, man. And we've been seeing it in existence for a while. Like, I mean, honestly, since season 1, we've been seeing it. We've been seeing that at any moment, somebody can pull an upset, big time plays, all types of stuff. So going into the playoffs this year, man, you got to finally enter these playoffs as the non-7th seed guy, man. You was in as the 5th. It sucks you had to play a guy you play twice a year, every year. But going into it, man, how does it feel to see your team evolving to the point where you guys are moving up the playoff seed poll?
It's expected. It's just it really doesn't matter to me what seed I get as long as I'm in. And I just got to make it to the next round. That's my goal coming into the next season.
Get out of that wild card round, huh?
Yeah, get out of the wild card. I gotta get my energy up. I'm really ain't been.
Yeah, you've been kind of down lately, man. I mean, it does take a toll, bro. We've been going hard every day since August. I mean, actually before that, because we haven't really took a break off of 20. We came right into 21 and just going dummies. So I get it, man. That energy can change a little bit. Sometimes, I'll do something to reboot yourself. Usually the draft class reboots us all the time. Makes you want to look at that team and come into that next season fresh. Like, oh, I just drafted a motherfucker banger. Let's keep it moving. What's up? Let me see these toys, put them on the field. Talking about toys, you drafted one of the scariest running backs to come out of our draft in a long time. I mean, Bo Jackson's the guy. So let's just talk about Bo Jackson first, man. You know how when we talk about best this, top five this, that's like the theme of us. Everybody is fighting to get into that top five conversation, whether it's you as a coach or one of your players or your team as a whole. All the way around the board, all you hear is I'm top five, I'm top five, and there'll be a lot of self-proclaiming top fives, this and that. So me and Boone was talking the other day, and I was like, how wild card round, you put off a big win moving forward. And he was just like, man, I'm just glad I got out that game because I can't fucking stand Bo Jackson. I say that to say to you, man, is he top five?
To me, he is, because I say that because if you put him on any team, he's gonna shine. If you go back and you look at my game versus Boone the second time around, he got hurt in the first quarter, and it changed the whole game.
Right.
He's the type of player that if he's not on the field, you notice it.
Right.
That's why I call him top five. You call a lot of these other guys, they can win without their player.
Right. Right. Your guy is that much of a
He's that guy.
Well, see, what makes me think he's one of the best, if not, I'm going to be honest, step out on a limb, man. I don't want it just to be, he only saying that because hit his boy and all this and that. But even with me and Boone discussing this yesterday, that he's the most dangerous running back in the league. Flat out most dangerous running back in the league, because a lot of these backs that we got on our team, it goes hand in hand with the person using them. So first I'll say this. How do you feel about you controlling your players with stick work? Do you think you are a top tier guy with stick work?
No.
All right, let's hold that thought real fast. So, with that being said, not feeling like you're a top tier guy with the stick work game, right? Does that right there alone gives you an exact reason to be able to say Bo Jackson is the top five scariest back, if not the number one scariest back in the league, because it's not going hand in hand with stick work and running back. This is a player that has the shell that we call a guy that come out the draft. They just got a good shell. That shell allows them to just play at a different level than a lot of the guys that come out, right? So when you say Bo can go on any team and be who he is, and the things that he do is, first of all, he changed the culture of our league. The moment Bo became the guy, everybody started looking for big running backs that was powerful, had big trucking and big power backs. Is that facts?
Yeah. I'm always a trendsetter, one this or another.
There you go, my boy.
I mean, I'm being honest. I'm not. If anybody go back, they know me and ball coach kind of brought the 6'5" speed to the wide receiver position. It's something that me and him been doing for a couple of days now. He got it from me. He won't tell you that, but he actually did, because he used to like the short, speedy ones. He saw me always go and get it type wide receivers, and he hopped on the bandwagon. But he did show me some stuff on the defensive side, so we share. You know what I'm saying? It's fair exchange, ain't no robbery. But then, I had a little idea. Said, you know what? I was watching the Tennessee game, and I said I want to run it back like Henry.
The funny thing is, I've been screaming at, I've been like, damn, Harrellberger's got Henry over there on the Giants, and he ain't doing shit, man.
He ain't doing shit with him.
I'm gonna get Henry and show people what to do with him and shit. But I was thinking that outside of what you was thinking. We ain't even come together and talk like that. You already was thinking that too. So great minds think alike. But you drafted this Bo Jackson guy, man, and he just went different. He having a career, man. I mean, Bernard Jackson, man. Just give us a little insight on drafting him and then realizing what you actually had.
When we called him in for an interview, we liked where his head was at. He had he wasn't real arrogant. He's real humble. Humble guy, kind of meshed with the humble coach. So
right.
And we saw him sitting there. It was an opportunity we couldn't pass up. six. He's 5'10". We call him 6 feet. NFL takes a few inches off you. He's 5'10", 225, solid. Big arms, big legs. His speed is deceptive.
Right. And this is one of the first players that I saw when I say got good shells. When you get to find a guy in the draft that got a good shell, what you get to see is you get to see the development of this guy. Like they develop so fast. Um, it's almost like he got to be cheating. There's no way this guy can be the way he is right now. Like let's talk about the 3 upgrades in a row where we saw +1, +2 speed on this guy, flat out 3 straight upgrades.
Yeah, he got
the
plus speed, plus acceleration. Then he got the breakout, and the breakout gave him 10 points, I think. Yeah, and the 10 points helped out tremendously.
Right.
And then just from there, it's just been uphill. And it got to the point where I didn't want to, quote unquote, dick ride him.
Right.
In a lot of games I come in, I know what he can do, and I kind of think it's a cheat code. And it takes away from the game, and it takes away from me because I like to do other things, and I'm just not a one-trick pony. So sometimes I just forget about him, and it kind of hurts me in games.
Yeah, so and that also comes with your humble personality. What happens is I tell you, like the most authentic person I know when it comes down to just the way you see things. So with that being said, do you feel as though that authenticness of you hurts you in big games at times?
Yeah, because I come in with a plan and then I kind of go away from it because to me it just takes away from the fun of the game to just be repetitive on certain things.
Right. But when you're in a league full of guys that want to win at all costs, you got to deal with that when you're on the defensive side of things.
I mean, yeah, but to me, it's that I don't have that mindset. I just want to, get on sticks and have a good game.
And have a good game and enjoy your team as a whole.
Enjoy it, yeah.
All right.
Like now, I got a wide receiver on my team I ain't even used all season. He a dog.
But we're gonna talk about Flash. We're gonna talk about the kid Flash though. We're gonna talk about that guy. We're gonna get to him soon. Because that's another one of those guys that came out with a great shell that I've seen highlights on this guy already, and it's like, well, where did you find a receiver with that type of speed that break tackles in the open field? Like it's nothing.
Scary,
real scary.
Scary.
So Bo Jackson in his rookie year, 214 carries for 1405, 29 rushing touchdowns. It seemed like you understood exactly what you had at that moment this season. Then after that, he's been a 2,000-yard back. He came into this year. I would say this year with 192 carries versus the 230 on an average carries shows me that the kid we really want to talk about that no one's really paying attention to yet is taking carries from this guy. Is that the case?
Yeah, I drafted the guy and I didn't want him to go to waste, so he had to pick up a little bit of slack.
I think Bernard Jackson is definitely probably the most lethal back in the league, where you don't have to have stick work to make this guy get busy. He's breaking tackles. He's coming. You can't tackle him with one person. I mean, he is the Derrick Henry of our league. You flat out got to make a business decision once you get to second and third level. Simple as that. And then he has the speed to outrun anybody secondary. And a league full of speed, his speed still stands out. So to me, that's what makes him a giant amongst this league right now. But then you go get this kid, Jimson Brown, man. I mean, let's just talk about this first. Did nobody scout good enough to see a 5'11", 250-pound back sitting in the draft?
Yeah, they did, but the only thing was there was a few other gems in there, and I guess everyone valued them gems a little bit higher than the one I had my own.
And you took this guy second round, pick 20, 5'11", 220 out of Virginia Tech. I mean, we looking at, first of all, the last name Brown, Jimson Brown. We already know what family tree he comes off of when it comes down to this kid picking him up. I think people ignored the fact that Virginia Tech has fallen off as a college program since they lost the two-neck coach. What was that coach name that had the two necks? Special teams, because you know what I'm talking about, the Beamer ball. Yeah, since they lost him, Virginia Tech hasn't been nothing until they had this guy. This guy only spent 2 years well, 3 years in the program, 2 years on the field out there in Virginia Tech. But he's been a guy that's rushed for 2,500 yards 2 straight seasons, 30 plus touchdowns on the ground. Um, Not a lot of wear and tear on his body. Again, he didn't spend a lot of time in college, but 5'11", 250. When you already doing something with a back that's 225 pounds, you get a guy 250 with the same attributes coming out. What was your insight of drafting this guy? Like, what did you see getting him with Bo Jackson being there already?
Looking at his film, he looked like a black Mike Allstott, and
Uh-huh.
and in our program we're a fullbackless offense, so he fit the realm to play both positions. And at 250, he definitely has the size to be the lead back through the hole.
Right,
With
right,
that, and then he got the speed, the power to carry the ball if need be.
right. So we saw splash plays out of this guy. We saw definitely he's going to be a problem once he's opened all the way up, and he's already breaking tackles at a high rate already. So I mean, coming down the stretch with Bo and him in the backfield, does this change a lot of your offense knowing you got these two studs back there?
Yeah, it definitely does. It allows my second year quarterback Jason to not have so much pressure on himself, and it definitely puts the defense on notice because they have to worry about two guys ramming the ball down their throat all game.
All game, no homo. Now, with that being said, man, 5'11", 250, 91 speed,
Gotta say
94
pause,
excel.
granddad.
So we dealing with a guy that 91 speed, 94 excel, but he got 97 agility at 250. Did that play a factor in you picking this kid up with that type of athleticness? 94 can change the direction. I mean, the kid has it all. 96 break tackle, 97 trucking. Like
It was more so the break tackle in the truck. I really didn't pay too much to the agility.
so you got a elusive running back with the power of one of those big type backs like a Derrick Henry right now. So in your offense, man, is this guy that we gonna see more at the fullback position, or will he split? Because you got two backs that can go either or. With Bo and him, they can always interchange. Are we gonna see a lot more of that?
It's not a fullback. It's more of a split back. I do have a up back and a tailback.
Right.
That's more type offense I have. Really, it's really not because you have to worry about him coming out the backfield. So it's never just he blocking all game.
Mm-hmm.
You got to worry about him running. You got to worry about him catching. All facets. And then sometimes Bo comes out and he moves to the tail. So
And can give you the same production.
the same production. Yeah.
Especially in year two, man. So let's talk about while we on rosters. Let's talk about some of the running backs that came out last year's draft. Let's take a look at some of these guys that's actually playing right now. So Reggie Bush won Offensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year for the AFC right now, for the Bengals right now. Let's dive into Reggie Bush Jr. and see what he's doing in his short career right now. So let's go to awards first and let's see what he's done. He has a Pro Bowl appearance this year. He had an Offensive Player of the Week 2 weeks in a row, 12 and 13. I'm surprised they didn't show the Offensive Rookie of the Year because he did win that award. Stat-wise, though, right now in his career, short career, 168 carries. Wasn't a 1,000-yard back, but is super productive for this Bengals offense. 15 touchdowns. What would you grade or rate him as one of the top backs that came out this year? Would you call him that?
Definitely. He might be the best, to me, the best back that came out this year, but as far as production wise, because he was 2 picks behind Jimson. Like you said, he has 784 yards rushing, but to go with that, he has 796 receiving.
8 touchdowns. So he was super productive in this offense, man. Looks like the real Reggie Bush, in my opinion. Out there putting in work right now, and it's changed this Bengals offense, man. He got them playing farther than they've ever played, and not ever, but they got them looking really good and looking like they are a hot choice to make it to the Super Bowl this year in these playoffs right now. So Reggie Bush, to me, you think he's the top rookie that came out as far as running backs?
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, yeah. Yeah, because I watch film, and that's all you hear is Reggie, Reggie, Reggie. And you know, if you watch Jay's stream, then he screams a lot. So
Right, Reggie, Reggie, Reggie. Now, he also screamed a lot about it in the chat as well,
in the
man.
chat, right? Yeah.
So,
So
so the Eagles, again, Boone, Coach Boone plays you 2 times a year, and I just quoted him on saying he can't stand, he hate Bo Jackson, but he went and got him a Alexander Winston, 5'10" from Texas. You know, you get a Texas running back, you getting a dog, 5'10", 222. Um, I seen we get to the divisional round, we saw this guy with damn near 31 carries. We've never seen Eagles offense give a running back that many carries ever, especially in the playoffs at that. Um, so let's take a look and dive into what he's about right now coming out. 155 carries, still splitting time with Miles Sanders, 999 yards, 1,000 yard back, 10 touchdowns. Um, really didn't do not productive at all in the passing game whatsoever, but he was very, very much their offense when it came out in the rushing attack, right? Drafted him in the first round, pick 21. This is a first round running back. You played against him twice this season, man. How effective is Alexander Winston?
I don't even remember the guy.
Damn. I mean, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that at all.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, and I really don't see where he got 1,000 yards at. But
Sneaky thousand.
sneaky, yes, very sneaky, very deceptive. I only say he's not memorable because of the offense that he's in.
Right. Okay. I respect that.
The Boone offense is more quarterback, scramble, deep threat wide receiver type offense, and the running backs are just more of a complement. He just, it's a cocky style of offense where he's just show you I can dot you the fuck up all game long, and just that throw a little salt on it, take the running game to go along with it.
I agree
It's
with that analogy.
the Coach Boone offense is always edge, a chip on his shoulder type offense, because he doesn't really get the respect that he thinks he deserves.
And it's a win my way offense. At the end of the day, win my way. I'm not copying nobody else shit. If anything, y'all gonna steal some of my shit, and that's that. And we gonna bomb the shit out of y'all and take off with our quarterback and here and there dabble you with a little run game. But when I need to run, I can show you I can, and I really do respect that. I understand what you're saying. But Alexander Winston, so off the radar, almost 1,000. Man, let's just call it 1,000 yards.
It's 1,000 yards.
1,000 yard rusher in his rookie season, especially at season 7, where it's hard to get these rookies on the field. You got a guy that was that productive. So I think he's a dog that we gonna have to keep paying attention to because again, like you said, it was quiet. So we have another rookie that came out that got a lot of burn with O.J. Simpson Jr. Man, give me your little analysis on him. How you feel about this kid? Especially over there with Charles Barkley running the ball and running the show. He came out in the second round, pick 31. Another second round pick running back coming out like where running backs usually come out in our draft in the second round. Packers. 126 carries, 717 yards rushing. He had 14 touchdowns. Again, Charles Barkley is over there. George, a.k.a. Charles Barkley, is over there with 2,000 plus yards every year. This kid was at 717 yards. He cut into the carries, 126 with 14 total touchdowns. 24 broken tackles, one fumble in the season. And then he had 112 yards and 1 touchdown in the passing game. But another top tier running back, man. Do you think his numbers are just slighted because who he has over there with Barkley? So he's just,
no.
This is a starter that can go anywhere in the league and be a starter right now.
It's kind of surprising looking at this 5.7 average and this 132 yards after contact, considering the user and the coach that he has. He has the stop and go capabilities, not to be confused with the hezzy. He got the bip bop, because I don't know where he get the wiggle, is what we call it. He got the wiggle, so for his running back to have only 5.7 yards, it's kind of surprising.
I think that's just the struggle of a rookie running back, man, especially at 5'11", 186 pounds. This is a little running back right here. So, but 24 broken tackles,
But
that's a
we
little
saw we saw Barkley come out the gate in 10 yards of carry.
10 yards of carry when he had a 2,000-yard rusher and Aaron Jones over there as well. So,
Yeah.
so we'll pay attention to OJ and see what's going on over there. See if he can get this kid more involved. Is he going to be a dog in this league or not? But that was another one of those running backs that came out in that draft. Let's keep it moving and see if we can find anybody else that's over here that came out in their rookie season. And we're going to keep looking. And I don't see too many. Thurman Thomas. Here we go. He didn't play. It was Computer Love. That's about it. I think with the Low Sanders. Nope, another Computer Love. But Low Sanders was one of those top running backs that came out. All right, so a lot of these running backs really didn't get a chance to. Oh, here we go. Hanif Anderson.
Keenan Fields.
Let me not sleep on Neef Buck. All right, so Neef Buck. Let's see where he came out in this draft. It's crazy because Kyle Wallace was a running back that was sitting on the Cardinals roster behind Marshall Faulk Jr. and really just never got a chance to get going. Week 6, get traded to the Patriots and became the second rusher in the league. Simple as that. He went from not touching the ball to 33 carries a game. So you trade him because you drafted Hanif Anderson, and let's see how high he picked Neef Buck. And he got Neef Buck second round, pick 13 in this draft right now. Let's see if the production is there at all with him. What do you say about a Cardinals running back picked in the second round as high as he was, a known quantity? This is a kid from our area that was a dog, shifty as hell, really big, elusive back, short, small at stature, almost like the Warwick Dunn style running backs. 28 carries, 99 yards. This guy averaged 3.5 yards a catch, 1 touchdown. Did he underachieve or was not utilized over there for the Cardinals?
He definitely wasn't utilized. He was the forgotten man in Arizona.
3.5 yards a carry as a rookie, man. What is it over there? You mean is this just the Marshall Faulk effect or what, man?
Marshall.
I mean, he didn't catch a pass out the backfield. Like, this kid wasn't used at all.
The forgotten man.
Is the backup running backs for the Cardinals a graveyard spot? Like, if you're not going there to start, you might as well not go there at all. Is that what we seeing right now?
No, I think Pat had one mission this season, and unlike a lot of the other coaches, it was a straightforward mission, and he didn't deviate at all.
Right. I agree. Well, we're gonna see later on what Hanif Anderson was doing. Was there a back you was about to mention? Because
I kind of said it was running back from Keenan Fields, third round pick. He didn't really
do anything.
Bears. He didn't really do too much.
He came from Tennessee.
He did better than Hanif. 230 yards, 9 touchdowns. But.
I mean, 9 touchdowns, that's great, especially for the Bears right now, man. That's not a bad situation. And this kid played on the championship team in Tennessee. They won a title last year coming out of this draft. Drafting this player. So this was a running back that was a dog in college. So 93 speed, 95 excel. He has all the shit, 5'8", 215, another elusive running back. So with 9 touchdowns, man, he was productive. That's enough production for us to be like, all right, let's take a look at this guy in season 2 with him and see what he does over there. I want to get to some of these players that came out at the receiver position. We had a lot of speed come out this draft. This was one of the fastest draft classes we had when it came out of speed. First of all, you saw him 2 times a year. Let's talk about Dustin Thomas, the rookie, number 2 for the Eagles. 5'11", 196. From Tennessee, another kid from the championship team. Again, speed kills. 98 speed, 98 acceleration. Let's take a deep dive into this kid. Is he the best rookie receiver that came out? 81 touches, 81 receptions, 1688, 20 yards a catch. 21 yards a catch. He averaged 105 yards a game, 106, but he had 24 touchdowns. This kid balled, bro. This is balling numbers right here.
He's definitely a problem. He's a headache for me.
Yeah, we saw the elusiveness he brings to the table, man. A lot of them jet sweeps and stuff, turning the corner and making things happen. At receiver, so we like him. But then the kid, Mike McEwen, man, was this the most electric receiver that you saw come out this draft class this year, or was there somebody else that
I
you
mean, I like White Mike because he plays bigger than what he is. You wouldn't know that he's 6 feet the way he plays. You would think he's a 6'4", 6'5" type of wide receiver. But he'll blow the doors off you also.
I mean, he had 81 catches as well, 1682, 112 yards a game, 17 touchdowns. Especially when you lose a Hollywood Brown and was able to replace that Hollywood Brown with this kid and didn't see no real big hiccup there. I just thought he was explosive. He was electric. And he made big plays, man, and it felt like he'd already been in the league, coming from Oklahoma. Yeah, so I like this kid. I thought he was one of the top rookie receivers this year in the league. He lost the AFC Rookie of the Year to Reggie Bush, a running back like we just talked about. But yeah, dog. As we continue to go down to Dez Bryant, we really didn't hear too much about him. He's one of those big freaks, 6'6", 215. With Poppy Galloway over there and the receivers that the Ravens got right now. This kid, he was productive. He didn't have a lot of. He's productive in touchdowns. I think we gave him a little taste of the red zone, and which took Poppy Galloway's production in the red zone down because we did get him involved a lot when we got inside the 20. He only had 13 catches, 276, 8 touchdowns. Do you think he'll be a lost receiver? The way with that Ravens offense, they don't really have 4 or 5 receivers with that, going crazy over there.
I think they had the same problem the football team has, where they just loaded at that position, and unless the coordinator moves the players around, you forget that you have them on your team.
Right. Well, we drafted this kid to be a red zone threat, and so far he's shown it. It's just hard to make him stand out the way Poppy Galloway did when Poppy Galloway's still around. I'm good, bro. Thanks for checking in. What's up with the league? We playing games now. Yeah, so, all right. So that's the big-time receiver that came out of this draft class. Let's talk about find somebody else. And Randy Moss, we heard another. Is his players that he talk about, are they the truth or is it self-proclaimed? You know what I'm saying? I think it's a little bit of mixture of everything with him.
This guy's stats really doesn't wow me. I mean, he has 45 receptions, 884 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Only 3?
Only 3.
With the name Moss?
Yeah. Well, you still have Slot Demon over there.
You got crossing route demon and slot demon over there.
Yeah, so it's like he's another situation where it's hard to get touches. It's not enough footballs.
Not enough footballs to go around.
Yeah.
Not enough, dog. Something ain't going on over there. But Randy Moss is a name that we hear about. We hear that guy's name all the time. I know I do. Randy. You know what the chat sound like with the boy Jay. My boy Jay is not shy to talk about his players. He is not shy to dive into his players. And whatever we don't think of him, he does think of him. So, but again, you said the production of Randy Moss wasn't impressive. Really, at all crazy to you?
Not with the team that he's on.
Right. And with the team that he's on, you right. He should be like going nuts. Is that because, like, listen, you know how you got crossing route diddly, and you got what's the other one's name?
Slot Demon and Deep Threat Demon.
Slot and deep, slot and cross is crossing. I call one of them crosser. Christopher is crossing. What's their names? Christopher Ruffin is crossing route Ruffin.
That's Slot Demon.
And D'Angelo Ruffin is
that's Deep Threat.
Deep Threat D'Angelo. All right. Does Randy Moss just not fit in? I mean, they've really never been known to have 3 dog receivers, especially with that tight end.
They still got Dante Hall over there too.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We gotta see. We'll see going down the stretch. The Jaguars got a couple of rookie receivers. I don't really think they was really used. Butchie Spearman, now this was a big time name that came out. He's already at 93 overall in his rookie year. Obviously their season is over, so he's got 1 year experience now because the season is over. But when you look at Butchie's spirit, man, let's see, they throw the ball over here, so let's not take anything away from the fact that Mark throws the ball a lot. So let's see what he did in stats wise. Well, how you feel about 39 receptions, 605 yards, 6 touchdowns from Butchie? Another one of those South Jersey veterans.
It's solid.
Solid? Are we saying solid because of the user or?
Yeah,
Mark has guys that step up, bro.
He's in Detroit, and they still in the kind of a rebuild phase, and they really don't. I don't know. They don't just come in. They just pick up the sticks and they'll surprise you here and there. But other than that, they just won't really compete.
Right. So that's another receiver that we need to just take a look at. Now we had some guys that came out, some really track star guys that we would distinguish. Are you a track star, a guy with speed trying to play football, or you're a guy with speed that can play football? So these next two receivers I'm gonna talk about, I want to see, stat wise, and see if they are NFL receivers or they just speed burners that will be decoy route runners, or are they guys that we're going to be talking about over the next 3 seasons. All right, so let me get out of here from Butchie and let's get over to the guys that I'm talking about. All right, so the Pittsburgh Steelers drafted one. I'm on my way down to them. We'll find them. I'll come back. All right, so Joey Shelton, another South Jersey veteran who was a track star guy at Woodrow Wilson, played high school ball with Militite, the Jets user, Cardinals user, King Falk, and Black, the Titans user. They all played at the same high school at the same time. This kid was a speed burner for sure. I played against him. He flat out was a track star. Went to LSU for track. So here we go. 99 speed, 98. He came out 98 speed for sure. He's a burner. But my question is, are we dealing with a track star? Or are we dealing with an NFL receiver? 50 catches, 874 yards, 7 touchdowns. Now, Dwight Coney is the man over there for the Steelers. And they do got KJ Hamler over there, who's a veteran with speed as well. So Joey Shelton, with 50 catches in his rookie season with 874 yards, 7 touchdowns. How do you feel about this kid?
Solid. Definitely scary.
But my question is this. With that type of speed, that only averaged 17.5 yards a catch, is that good for a guy with that type of speed, or are we not seeing not enough deep balls from him?
Yeah, it comes down to the play scheme. Like I said in episode 2, they're a little bit more of their traditional Madden players, where they run outs and stop and goes and comebacks, and not just streaks and what I call them streaks and flies.
They just not out there hitting you with the glitchy shit. They playing football.
Yeah, they're not just gonna run past you. They're the type that's gonna run the whole route tree.
Mm-hmm. So again, my question is: NFL receiver or track guy with speed?
Definitely an NFL receiver, 50 receptions. That's not easy to get. You look at his long on the season, 85 yards. That tells you right there that he's not just saying hike it and just waiting for him to get 20 yards and then throw it up.
Nah, I agree. Let's get back down to the ages. Hold up. Slow me down. Get back to where I was at. Here we go. I'm back to the numbers. 22. And I'm looking for, and I hope he ain't changed his name. Nope, he didn't. Here we go. So Albert Newkirk played in the playoffs this year. Camden High. He was on the opposite end of two Camden schools. Woodrow Wilson and Camden High, arch rivals, played in the Thanksgiving game every year. But this kid was another track star. A little bit more with a physical build, meaning like he could actually play running back if he wasn't so fast. That would be a great position. But this guy can run after the catch for sure. Special teams demon as well. And we saw a lot of that at Michigan. Now, what I want to know is this guy a track star in the league or an NFL wide receiver? So let's take a look at his guy.
He's a track star.
This guy hasn't touched it. I mean, how do you see? This is shit I'm talking about, bro.
He's a track star.
How do you draft this type of talent? Can somebody please go send him a 2nd round pick for this receiver? This is ridiculous. How can you draft this type of? First of all, I can't believe this shit.
He's a track star.
Let's get to his ratings and see. Let's check him out. 96 speed, 99 excel. 88 special catch, 94 deep route running. I mean, bombs away right now. 94 deep route running, 96 jumping, 87 release, barely can jam him. 81 short, 84 medium. Of course, we need help there. 81. I mean, he's already in the 80s. He's already above average in every stat right now. Catching the trash, all that good stuff, right? Vision is great. Carrying is great. Change of direction is great. Trucking is high for a 5'9" kid. 73 break tackle. He can stiff arm and juke and spin. And returner is 92. Are we
92.
getting? Did we see anything in the return game out of this?
Oh
guy?
yeah, that's all punt returns, all kick returns.
All right, so he said you are not polished enough to play, get work on the field, but you can be our special teams guy. So kick returns, he had 24 of them for 621. And then
25 yards a pop.
19 punt returns for 169 yards, 8.9. So no splashes. I mean, this guy, do he not want to be in Buffalo? I mean, he played at Michigan, so he understands the cold weather. What is the problem over here? Like, is it just too many weapons for the Bills or something? Let's get over here. I mean, that might be the problem. You do got Reed, Williamson. I mean, Christian Kirk should not be playing over this kid. I don't care if he's 99, 30 years old. He hasn't done shit since he's been in the league. Albert Newkirk should be getting the ball, getting on the field. Hopefully he'll do something with him. Let's see where he drafted him at, man. If I didn't have the 4 I have, I would go get him in a heartbeat. Somebody looking for a receiver, man, please come holler at Albert Newkirk.
Second round pick, 16.
Come holler at him. And this is a guy that's just waiting to be exploded on jet sweeps and bubbles and deep balls going all over the place. Just throw it up. Might be a product of the quarterback Beeman not being able to really throw the deep ball. As well as Josh Allen did. I don't know, whatever the case may be. So let's talk about these playoffs because we got a division game about to happen in about 10 minutes. So let's get over to review the playoff brackets and see what went on in the wild card round. So we talked about this on the last Real Talk. 34-26, the Cardinals dropped a game against the number 7 seed Seahawks. We also saw the Cowboys lose by 3 in a big game against the Falcons, and the Falcons 20-17, a little bit of controversy over there with that. And then the 40-10 game, man. Did we see MC Hamadadi come back alive? We haven't really seen anything out of him going on, but in this game against you, it seemed like he got him involved a little bit. I know when I was watching, I saw him or heard him scream MC Hamadadi's name. Let's take a look. Nah, not really. 2 catches, 27 yards and touchdown. Not really. So you played this game. What was the problem? Who was the effect?
It was defense. A lot of poor reads on my quarterback's part. And just missing throws and just had a bad game.
5 turnovers is the key to that. Yeah, I can see that. Threw 4 picks, 42. I remember we always talk about this. Your guy got a 42.6 QB rate, and it changes everything. 127 and 4 picks. So yeah, it looked like his defense was a struggle in this game. Hurts had 95.2 rate and 183 yards. He did throw 2 picks as well, 3 touchdowns. You had an absolute drive that would have put you back in this game. And I mean, you got to the red zone. I think you got held to 3. And I thought Bo got in. They didn't give him the touchdown.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they didn't give him the touchdown. That changed that game. Changed the game a lot. Momentum did swing off of that. But 40-10, man, is that part of the fact that you just haven't really been headstrong into this season this year, man? Like you kind of like, to me, seemed a little burnt out.
No, it was a bad game on Jason Campbell's part. I had a offensive plan, and I really didn't stick to it. I left a lot of plays in the pocket. I never pulled them out. So it just,
No doubt. Well, that made the Eagles move on. A matchup between the 4th seed and the 3rd seed, Eagles versus the Falcons, and then we have the 7th seed playing the number 1 seed in Green Bay and the Seahawks. That's on the AFC side. We're not going to talk about the divisional games over here, even though they were played already. But then the AFC side, we saw Demon Time play each other with 2 and 7 matchup, 63-28. You watched this game. Did the Bengals destroy them, or wasn't it one of those games where the Bills looked like they were going to win this ball game? They were kicking ass, and then 28
the Bills
unanswered.
jumped out on them early, and the Bengals fought their way back, and then the Bengals defense made one hell of a play, and it opened the floodgates from there.
I seen it was like a forced fumble or something that got picked up.
Oh man, I don't even know if you call that a forced fumble. He gave him the crunchy.
Oh man, oh yeah, boy, it was one of those. Did you just see that? Oh my
Yeah.
God! Let me get that. Let
And
me scoop that.
I'm
Take it to
not
the
gonna let the
cleaners.
cat out the bag, but you definitely gonna see it in episode 3.
Episode 3, Hitters Alleyway, Highlight Central. You ready to see the
Ten and it.
all day, right? So 418 passing yards. I mean total offense yards, 63 on the ground, 117. Reggie Bush played well, 355 yards passing to 276. It really wasn't a crazy passing game from the Bengals. I don't even know who was their starting quarterback in this game because they go from naming the guy Mike Vick playing the running quarterback, but he did have 285 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks, and not that bad at all. Burrow didn't see the field. Top 5 Burrow sat the bench this game. In a rushing game, 12 carries for Reggie, 92 yards, 7.7 yards to carry, 3 touchdowns. There wasn't no run game whatsoever for the Bills. I think that always hurts you when you can't run the ball, and that's just football, bro. Like you can't take that type of lead and they give up 28 in the third, 21 in the fourth. It just can't happen. That's just all about you having a lead and not knowing how to sustain that lead. Where you still coming out trying to throw the ball and doing things where you should be actually playing that clock a little better, running the ball. And I know you're getting shut in the run game, but it's still nothing wrong with running, letting that clock tick, not making stupid mistakes. Because the more mistakes you make, the more momentum swing. And you're playing a guy who will strike on you in a heartbeat. He will stay in that formation and tear your ass up with crossing routes, hookups, and post routes all game. And it seemed like that's what happened late down the stretch because Deep Threat Ruffin did do exactly that, 24.7 yards a catch. And crossing route, Ruffin had 3 catches for 118. So was he the deep guy this game? Who knows? But they both went off this game, total of 9 catches. The brothers went crazy over there for the Bengals. So we ain't even got to get to the. You know what? Let's just show his defense some love since they top 5. We don't want to talk about the Bills defense. We just want to talk about Cohen Ruffin at safety from middle linebacker position, just sitting in the middle and running up the A gap on your ass, 5 tackles for loss. So you can't run stretch on him at all. And he tried 5 times, got tackled in the backfield. Greg Lloyd Sr., rookie with a sack. Lawson still playing like he's 24 years old with a sack in his game. Cam Harper had a sack. INT wise, who picked the ball off the most? So again, the safety play is really well over here. Terrell Burgess had 1. Greedy Williams, the corner, had 1. Jesse Bates still old as hell out here balling. And William Jackson, man, 11. This guy been 10 seasons in with a pick as well. So that defense, the secondary turned it up on you, and that was that. That turned that game all the way around and gave the Bengals a 63-28 lead where they're going to be facing, as we've seen in the big game, man. How do you feel about Albert dropping this 33-28 game to the Jaguars? I got my opinion, but how do you feel about it?
It's like I said, it's another one of those any given advances. A lot of people forgot about Dirty Rat, and he's showing you that he can't be forgotten about. He has a different type of offense. I think him and the Pittsburgh matched up offensively wise perfectly.
Yeah.
Because they both have the same type of slow down offense where it's not just one play scores. It's a more of a drive, putting drives together.
Mm-hmm. Their last 3 matchups been a 1-score game. Period. Their last 3 matchups been a 1-score game. With the Steelers kind of winning those games. But you saw the Jaguars like really had a handle on the Steelers team. It just comes down to matchups right now because you would think the Steelers came off a high season, knocking off the Ravens twice in their division. But then they come back and lose to the Bucks. Then they beat the Ravens. Then they come out in the playoffs and they didn't play a bad game. You can't look at this game and say it was a bad game. It was 2 teams that match up really well against each other, and for whatever reason, it can go either way with the last person having the ball, and that's what this thing came down to. Who had the ball last, who made the play at the end of the game, and we saw it right here. Pittsburgh came out 14-0. Then the Jacksonville Jaguars ran off 24 points. Then the Steelers scored 7, and Jacksonville scored 9 in the fourth quarter. That's the ball game, 33-28. Offensive yards, 299 for the Steelers, 350 for the Jags, 57 rushing, 84. Now the Steelers' success, which had them second in the division this year, strictly came through the run game. They were really running the ball at a high level and playing steel curtain defense. But they had 84 offensive rushing yards here to 57, so neither one of them really killed it in the run game. 215 in the passing and 293. Both of them was even Stevens across the board, 11-11. And for you to better beat these Steelers, you cannot lose the time of possession battle with them. That's the one thing they're known for. They will eat that clock up all game long on your ass and limit your possession. So
That's the
when you
crazy stat.
yeah, and when you come to this game, look at the time of possession in a 28-minute game, 14 to 14 apiece. They both had the ball
14
the
apiece.
exact amount of time. That's crazy. But the turnover game, 3 turnovers to 1. That's the game right there. Steelers turned the ball over 3 times. Jaguars turned it over once. Simple as that. And then you get into the play, 129.1 rating at quarterback. TJ Finley, who had a hell of a season this year, 109.4, 215, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. That's the game right there. Simple as that. I don't think the run game was crazy. Kyle Moore has become a weapon for these Jaguars. But, 1 touchdown out of both the running backs. And then in the receiver game, DJ Chark in his 8th season with 6 catches, 220, 36.7 yards a catch, 2 touchdowns. He went crazy right now. And the fact that the Jaguars secondary shut down Dwight Coney, who to me is really stepping into that role of being one of the highly, highly talented receivers in this league. 2 catches, 47 yards, shut. Raphael Little caught a swing pass, took it to the crib. 3 catches for 41 yards and a touchdown. That's just playoff football at the end of the day, right there, man. They both, played a well game. But Jacksonville moved on, and they delivered a message in the chat after this game, unscripted. He screamed, "HAP boys smoking on demon packs." Did that not light the chat up that day? Oh my
It
God.
did. And he also has the same kind of blunt rolled up for the next round. So that's crazy.
Man, and then the whole thing is, last time these two matched up, Jaguars hit me. I always tell these guys, you feel like you're being cheated, make sure you have proof, but you can quit the game. But if you don't have proof, and the proof doesn't add up to what happened, then you will be penalized for that. I know the Bengals has been waiting on his penalty, understanding he think he won that argument, but Jaguars quit that ball game thinking he was being cheated. So they didn't finish. So right now the Bengals has the heads up on him with make sure you finish the game, cuz simple as that. Don't quit on this and that. We haven't heard from Dirty Rat since he posted Hat Boys smoking on demon packs. We haven't heard from Rat since then though. But is this Jaguar team a dangerous team in this divisional round?
Definitely. Every team that's still alive is dangerous. That's
Do
not
you
even
get
a
a
question.
sense of the Bengals is looking past the Jaguars? They're not even worrying about them?
Definitely.
Definitely.
He's definitely number one cocky. No, number two cockiness in the league.
Who's number one?
The Packers.
Oh shit! So the two
It's just
youngest,
that the Demon
two
Squad
youngest in
very
charge,
arrogant, but they
arrogant
deserve to
demons.
be arrogant.
They
Yeah,
definitely deserve it.
they
They
definitely do.
deserve it. I mean, you got King Falky, who we know is the best player in our league, won't even address the Bengals, and he said, "Don't address me until you win some playoff games." Well, he's in the second round right now. He's saying to Falky, "I'm not giving out first wins and all that shit in the playoffs like I've been doing and blah 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 blah." I know only the farthest I ever got was the AFC Championship one year, so he had one playoff win. Now he has two. Looking for his third and waiting to get to that AFC dance. So now Nano was quiet all year, man. He went from a demon time guy to a hat boy in a matter of 2 arguments in the chat. Simple as that. Number 1 seed, traded for a running back week 6. Running back became one of the top running backs in the league that fast. Um, I mean, the Ravens have to travel to New England to play these New England Patriots right now, who's the hottest team in the league. I mean, they've beaten the Bengals this year. They've beaten a lot of good quality teams this year to keep that number 1 seed locked up right now, man. How do you feel about these New England Patriots?
I really don't know how to feel. Like you said, they've been quiet all season, which is not normal for Nano.
Right.
He's usually very outspoken, whether you like his opinion or not. So for him to take a different route this season is surprising, and it's actually working out for him. Maybe he should keep this script
Pretty
for
much
another couple
shut your
seasons
mouth, stop
and
talking
play.
shit, and just play, and look what happens.
Uh,
New England
yeah,
is the number 1 seed.
concentrating on football, and it's definitely showing. We got on him last season about the trade for Mahomes, and I don't know if Mahomes is the starter this season or not, but it doesn't matter because he's winning.
Right. And he's still winning in the way he wins. Let's get out of here because we don't want to talk about the divisional games that was played already until all games are played. So we're gonna come out of here and let's go back to stats. And let's just see what New England is doing as a team right now, which has them the number one seed in the AFC. So let's go look for these Patriots real fast. Here we go. Slide on the Patriots. Mahomes has thrown for 3,044 yards,
Yeah.
17 touchdowns, 18 picks, 61%. That's a lot more yards than we're accustomed to seeing him throw the ball because this is a flat out running football team. But then Kyle Wallace comes in. We started seeing Naeem Hines was the guy. 135 carries, 917 yards, 13 touchdowns. Got benched for Kyle Wallace in week 6. And look what he does. 268 carries, 18-23, 19 touchdowns. Both of them was averaging 6.8 yards a carry. And don't sleep on the 5.3 that Dobbins had carried as well. Man, I mean, it's really all about the run game here. But we did have N'Keal Harry with 59 catches, 1,000 yards. You don't get a lot of touchdown production out of these receivers, but is this enough stats and yards to better keep the offense a little balanced so you just can't key in on the run game completely? Or is this a lack of production at the passing game?
If you're familiar with the Nanoburger offense, then you know that he uses the run to set up the pass. So he pounds the ball, pound. He catches you off guard with a pass. He's a sneaky passer.
Right. I agree. Because you can fall asleep, and he got some weapons that can make some plays for him. And N'Keal Harry has been that guy for him all year, number one receiver over there. But defensively is where he really stands out the most at all the time. For whatever reason, he plays at a high level on defense. These guys really just don't make mistakes. Is that well-coached football team scheming the way they play? I mean, they're in 3-4 for the most part, and it's just they just don't bend. They don't break. They bend, but they don't break. And a lot of guys, get caught up in trying to strike and do some things to this team, and you can't really do it the way you have to. You can't play that type of football with them. When you get in the game with these Patriots, if you turn the ball over and lose momentum, you're going to lose the ball game because they are going to run the ball, and they're really not going to turn the ball over too much. So you can't be the guy doing it back. So as you can see, he has a lot of interceptions between his secondary. I mean, 9, 5, 5, 4, and 4 here alone. So they get the turnovers as far as getting to the quarterback. 9.5 sacks from Seymour Jr., 5.5 from Uche Nagario. Nick Nagario at right end got 5.5, and Willis McGinnis 4. Now these numbers don't wow you, but as you can keep going down, when you get a lot of guys with 5 and 4 sacks, that should add up. So that adds up to people getting to that quarterback. So again, this Patriots team is scary. They got to relax. Do you think the time off of them not playing can hurt them in their game going forward?
No. I think it's a little bit, allows him to focus more. He might be a little bit more dangerous.
Yeah, this is a scary ass game for these Ravens right now. Real scary, I'm really ready to get in prep mode because it's coming at me when I wasn't.
Your mic went out.
Now that we ready to lock the fuck in, I need to lock the hell in.
Mic check.
Get our plugs going real fast. All right, fellas. So y'all got to see episode.
Technical difficulties.
Pulled my plug out and shit.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, so let's get this plug back going. So we're gonna give a little bit of plugs out. This is our show and quote commercials, advertisement for things that we do. So here's the first shout out we're gonna give out. All right, so our Hard Knocks series, man, it's episode 1, season 2 is already in the on YouTube. You can go to the Madden Franchise Junkies channel to see that. You can actually go to the playlist and see all the episodes of Hard Knocks, the series, where I follow whoever wins the Super Bowl. We take you through their run to get to that Super Bowl. So we take you through all their playoff games all the way up to the Super Bowl game, and we highlight what they did to get to that Super Bowl and then winning that Super Bowl championship. Again, season 2, episode 1 is there. Look out for episode 2, season 2. Episode 2, season 2 of Hard Knocks, the show, where the Ravens played the Steelers, and just a little quick highlight of that game. It was a hell of a game. The Steelers drove all the way down with 19 seconds, 2 timeouts left on a 1-yard line, and we'll leave it at that. that episode. So that's the Hard Knock series, man. Stay tuned to that. Anybody, you guys want your games turned into a YouTube series, holla at me and hit the franchise guru. You can always message me on Instagram, or you can catch me on YouTube and just message me, man. I'll let you know how you can get that thing done. If you just want anything done with your team to be able to show us to broadcast or showcase what you do in your leagues with your team, we can follow that and take care of that. We also got the new hit show, Hitter's Alleyway, man. Again, you got episode 1 and 2. That's on YouTube. You want to get a plug how they can reach that?
Yeah, that's on my business page, which is what is it? Haterbait on YouTube. HATERBAIT.
Right. So you can get that. We also post it everywhere. You can also go to our group Facebook page, Madden Franchise Junkies group Facebook page. Join that, and come on over there. You can see all the work that we do in our league. And if you run your own leagues, you can recruit and do some things over there in that chat as well. We had a new episode came out. Now this episode, I'm gonna just be 100 with you. This episode that came out last night, I'm gonna repost it everywhere, so it'll be all over the YouTube channels tonight. But you can go to the Real Boom YouTube channel, another Madden Franchise Junkie, and get the new hit show he got that came out, man. He called it Boom's Corner. His first episode was hilarious, man. It was. Let me ask you this, man. His episodes is all about who he about to play. Bottom line, if he play you, he gonna roast you. He gonna talk some shit and activate himself into getting ready to play that game. When you watch that game, what did you think? Watch that film. What did you think?
I'm about to get my ass whooped, or he about to disappear. One of the two.
One of the two, right?
Yeah.
But the episode as a whole, it was fucking. It was
hilarious,
comical, bro. It was hilarious. It might have been one of the funniest shows I ever seen, bro. Like, it was nuts. Things that we do, man. Another guy from Madden Franchise Junkies putting out work. You know what I mean? We work hard for our league. Bottom line, man. We entertain you guys to the fullest. Again, you can watch that series on Real Boom's channel, YouTube channel, The Real Boom. And that's where you can get that at. We also got another show that I do called Ballin' with the Guru. All the episodes are on my channel. Again, you can catch me there, Madden Franchise Junkies. If you want to, again, you want your team highlighted in those ways, you can holler at me for that too. We could talk about how you can get that done. Real talk shows, we always on with the real talk shows as well. And get ready for the Real Draft League. Real Draft 5 is coming soon, man. It's going to be invites only, registration, all that. So right now my list is huge. And a lot of you guys just know, oh man, I'm an original guy and all that. That shit don't matter. Y'all got to earn your way into this league right now. And we do big things in that. We do something that nobody else is doing or can't do. Simple as that. But you ain't gonna put the work in. I put in to do that. And my commissioners, King Falk, Real Boom, and DC Hitter, and Mike. Let's not forget Mike, that helps out and the stuff that we do to be able to create this league. Simple as that. So holla at us, man. We got a lot of things coming. Also, Coach DC 404. Check out his YouTube channel. We got a fantasy league we doing together, and just some things that we doing for leagues. You know what I mean? You want your league tightened up? Holla at us. You know what I'm talking about? But it come down to the Hat Boys. You heard? HAP. We run things, man. We handle all problems. Simple as that. Shout out to Wafi Camden for winning the league's MVP this year. You heard? Simple as that. We do big things. Big things do big things all the time. Big time players make big time. What's the word? What's my little slogan? Big time players make big time plays in big time moments. And it went down the wrong alley. And
fuck you, boo.
Oh God. Oh man.
Rat bastard.
You rat bastard. I'm ready for RDL. Let's go. All right, so man, this AntHits the Franchise Guru. You always know I'm chilling with the spitter. You already know how we do. Boy, we load up and hit you with all types of shit. AntHits, we out of here. Holla at us.